Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Sri Ramakrishna is denouncing the worldly thought, the obstruction for entering into samadhi is the persistence of worldly thought. Worldly thought doesn't mean always the enjoyments aspect, even duties and responsibilities which one feels as a burden, because most of the duties and all the duties, our duties and responsibilities we have to discharge in such a way it becomes a worship unto God. Wherever you are keeping me, in whatever state, it is acceptable to me, and whatever I am doing, I am offering it to you. So there is a chain reaction, a cycle. As if God is placing me under certain situations and conditions or nature according to my karmic load, but I am discharging it as a converting all that into the. Now, the thought of the duties and responsibilities of the world or worldliness, maybe if you have worldly desires to enjoy, apart from that, all these things, small external things, I am taking upon my shoulders all the things. Now I have to bring up the children, I have to earn my food. I can depend on God and do, or I can take upon my own shoulders. It will be like actually God and nature are doing everything, we are not doing anything. Even food digesting is done by, except waking and dreaming, we don't do anything in this bodily existence. Yet we have that ego of doership, enjoyership, and then knowership. Knowing is, of course, of this external world. And this, when it is like sitting in a train and keeping the luggage on our shoulders. God is leading, nature is driving, and I can shift my all responsibilities and all duties I can channelize to be the sadhana, but I separate from them and keep myself. Now this becomes a worldly thought. Now, the not dependence on God, not converting my duties into sadhana becomes a worldly thought. A thought of the world, because I have to do now. God was doing, my ego interfered, and I started doing it. So, how do we know? When people say something, it gets hurt. Each time you get hurt by the wordings of others, know that ego is persisting. Ego is trying to occupy the place of God. So, not that we don't react. We may react externally, but internally I am not affected by it. Then ego is not there. I am doing my duty. Somebody insults me, I cannot keep quiet and sit quietly. I may have to show an angry face or this one, but internally I am not. Next moment I totally place it at the feet of God and forgotten, not carrying it. Then ego is God's ego, God has kept that ego. My dependence on God is. Now, this worldly thought doesn't allow me to enter into the spiritual ecstasies. That is, mind being ready to dissolve itself, to leave me in the mind dissolves. Chitta vritti nirodha. Suddenly it becomes silent. Just an observer without the doership goes off. Enjoyership goes off. Just that knowership is just looking silently that mind. Now the bliss of the Atman, bliss of God becomes present in that heart. When mind is silent, rid of its doership and enjoyership, mind enjoys. It is not the Atman or the higher self that is enjoying, it is mind. All the worldly enjoyments, even somebody appreciating, somebody giving me, how I accept the appreciations, and insults and depreciations, how I revolt and react to it. There, I don't reject anybody appreciating me, but anybody slighting me down, I immediately revolt, react. So this here, the doership, enjoyership is still there. When this goes, internal mind is calmly as a knowership is watching the whole play going on. I don't see God, but I intensely start feeling the living presence of God, as if He is there. Now and then I turn and see, where is He here? Somewhere here He is there with me. As if He is calling me, as if He is touching me, as if these feelings arouse because of the silent mind and feelings. These are the moods that are created in the heart. Moods are dependent on the relationships that I have with God. It may be Sakhya, it may be any kind of dasya, any relationship, as father, as mother, as child, any relationship. This creates the moods in our mind. Moods gives the knowledge, jnana, and eradicates the doership and enjoyership in the mind and allows heart to participate. Heart must awaken, mind and intellect must slowly merge in the heart. Always in meditation, in the japa, everywhere, the mind's interference to observe me, it doesn't observe God, it observes me. What am I? How am I? What is happening? This moment, even in entering samadhi, just mind just turns to see what is it. It breaks. You are entering into meditation. If mind appears, just to know what is happening, it immediately ends. Mind has no entry there. Mind has to be kept separately, and heart alone. So here this Ramakrishna says, worldly people may now and then experience samadhi. The lotus blooms, no doubt, when the sun is up, but its petals close when the sun is covered by cloud. The cloud comes. The worldly thought is the cloud. Worldly thought, the cloud, it is there. Inside it is happening. His inner soul is experiencing samadhi. But mind cannot. Mind and even feeling heart, the spiritual heart, it is happening. Feeling heart, it is not able to turn and experience because of the worldly thought of the world. Oh, I have to bring the child from school. I have sent someone already to bring, but will he bring properly? Will she take care? All these small, small concerns, thought of the world. Some small, what food I should take in the night? Enough. It is already, the mood is broken. So we, as far as possible, we move with routine. Everything is as if standardized. At this hour I am doing. Unconsciously, habit as a habitual part. Habits continue always, independent of mind. So habitually we start doing. Inside there is a clock, it is inside there is a system. When you do every day, a particular thing, every day in a particular time, that time it gets already set into the inner clock. So we keep everything routine so that nothing interferes in my moods and my awarenesses. Anything happening, I am there to act upon it, but as a silent. I am holding on here and attending there. That grip on the divine within should not be loosened. I may stretch myself any amount in the world, but here, other side, I should not loosen my grip. There may be pull, but this grip must be very strong. So many people, worldly people means people in the world here, especially, may now and then experience samadhi, but the thought of the world is building a barrier between what is happening in the inner world and what is being perceived in the external world. So here the sun doesn't set down. It is fully awake. The worldly people may now and then experience samadhi. The lotus blooms, no doubt, when the sun is up, but petals close again when the sun is covered by a cloud. And many people may have, in waking state, mind is there, intellect is there, all the external things are there. That time a person may not be eligible to experience things or entering into spiritual world, but when it is off and he is sleeping, in sleeping condition, the mind, if it becomes silent, there is no perception, but one person may be experiencing silent samadhi like Shanta. The Dasya, Sakhya and all these are involved. Shanta is just feeling the intimate, full presence of divine. A soul might be externally busy in the external world doing everything, and at night when he is asleep he may be experiencing higher states because of the absence of mind. The conscious mind is absent, the subconscious mind is closed, and unconscious mind doesn't open so easily. So a person might, but mind is not there to experience it. Even deep sleep, you see, the moment we enter into deep sleep, we don't know what is happening. Mind cannot perceive what is happening. He is in greatest joy. Now he leaves all things pertaining to nature in the causal body, the rest of the things, identity, self-identity it leaves. All tendencies, everything he leaves in the causal body and enters. He is one with God, but he doesn't experience. Every day we are one with God. in the second stage of our deep sleep. Every soul is united with God. But where do we experience? Mind is far away, sitting in the, like a dog somewhere in the street. And master has gone inside the house. Like that, body is lying down, mind is separated, and the other identities, everything is left over. Nothing to record. But when we turn inward and start going inward, we experience. We are divine whether we realize or not. Just this bodily one identity and the karmic load and tendencies are making the separation between me and God, apparent separation. It cannot be separated. That's why the self will remain as it is, all pervading. The manifested consciousness, like sunshine projecting out from it is projecting out and touching all things and coming back. So this we see, Sri Ramakrishna is, now M is asking an important question. Is not it possible to develop both jnana and bhakti by practice of spiritual discipline? Now, jnana and bhakti together. So that now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Jnaneshwar, all these people, even our Ramcharitmanas, we see jnana and bhakti beautifully blended and presenting. So that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Ramakrishna says, used to pass through 3 states of deep samadhi, where everything is silent. Then half he is there, inside and on the threshold he is there, when he dances, and then when he is externally, he sings the names or glories of God. One end is the jnana, other end is the bhakti, and each is pervading the other, making as if he has come to the vyuthana sthiti from samadhi. He is residing in the beautiful edifice of bhakti, a palace of bhakti. He is there dwelling, and when he is inside, he is finding total oneness with his Ishta Devata in the depths of his own being. He is in deep samadhi. And when he is on the threshold, he dances in joy. He is not able to express. It is a beautiful combination of bhakti and jnana. He knows God. He wants to express. The expression is only dancing. Now when he comes to the normal consciousness called vyuthana sthiti, he again is able to express through words, express through his feelings, heart. Then he will be singing. So this we see M is asking this question. Is not it possible to develop both jnana and bhakti by practice of spiritual discipline? Master, through the path of bhakti, a man may attain them both if it is necessary. God gives him the knowledge of Brahman, but a highly qualified aspirant may develop both jnana and bhakti at the same time. Such is the case with Ishvara Kotis, Chaitanya, for example. But the case of ordinary devotees is different. Again I will read, Master. Through the path of bhakti, a man may attain them both. That is jnana and bhakti. Through the path of bhakti, because a devotee of God who who is dependent on God and accepts the world as it is and longs to serve the other jivas, not physically, at least through prayers, supports, then he sees that the God is not depriving of anything he needs. The devotion to God takes him to the Nirvikalpa Samadhi also. Look at me. I am there with you. God expresses. He shows his Saguna Sakara Rupa. Then he slowly takes him to the Nirguna Nirakara Rupa. Thakur says, if you become friend of a rich man, he will reveal all things what he has. So like that, you see, so through path of bhakti, man may attain both. If it is qualified, if it is necessary, God gives him the knowledge of Brahman, the ultimate reality, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, what we experience, non-dual experience, where I have dissolved into the absolute without form, only bliss alone, no qualities of mine, Nirguna, Nirakara, there is no form, and I am only bliss without a subject-object, and I dissolve in the absolute existence and experience it being that, not becoming, being. There is no subject-object. I am the ocean of bliss. If necessary, God gives him knowledge of Brahman. But a highly qualified aspirant may develop both jnana and bhakti at the same time. He can develop. It depends upon the qualified aspirant. Qualified means actually all are equal, but some through their own sadhana are able to. That's why we insist on tapas. Without complaint, accepting all that comes in life, joyfully passing through it. There is a great reward for it. We react to everything. So, if I have duties to perform, I may have to react or tell or do without getting joyfully passing through those experiences. There is a great reward. God blesses him with his vision. And calmly, I may have to fight with somebody, some cases, court, this, that and all. But all external things, which is not affecting the inner world. Oh, knowing everything is passing event and nothing remains here. All things will disappear one day. It may go through some other people. All things, nothing lasts. Body also falls off. Intellect fails. Memory fails. All things will go away. So the self alone passes through eternity and merges in the infinity. So these people have developed such a tapasic strength that they are not affected by the external things, even to the small extent. I saw one Mataji, mosquitoes used to sit and bite. She used to see and keep quiet. And after some time, hey, enough, how much you are drinking? Go. She will not kill. She will say, go, enough, go. And drive away. Practical Advaita, how much life we immediately kill it. self-protection is one of the laws of nature. I have to protect myself. All these reasons we have. But when love dominates and I am able to see God there, what would be the vision? Total acceptance and trying to practice it. That is tapas. I am not expecting all to do that. Allow the snake and this one to bite. But how we do the tapas, to silently bear all things and feel compassion for the others. Love and compassion, serving. What do you give to this world is equally important what you are going to gain in this world. So much things we won't be able to do because we are individuals. As an organization, as a huge movement, we can do something little that doesn't stand. It is a flowing water. The universe is a constantly flowing water. Give food to a man, after 3 hours he is hungry again. What to fulfill here? Give some money, it may last for a few days. Give him some knowledge, it is going to disappear in his old age. All this has an end. And next generation is ready with the same demands and needs. We can't change this world or do anything. By trying to do, we evolve. Love and compassion and feeling the presence of God. God has become all this. So these knowledges will take you beyond nature. I have to transcend the nature and go beyond. My own internal nature, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, and all those things. And external nature, I am yielding to the bodily limitations. So both have to transcend inner nature and external nature. So all the tapas is what gives us tremendous strength not to, the whole attention is on my spiritual attainments. These things we leave to these small things there. And I'm not getting affected. Just habitually I clear off. And in deep I sit, attached to the results of my sadhana. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.